Friends, hello the world. Welcome back to this random life. Actually, it's the last random life of 2023, and happy holidays to you all. I hope you've had very magical celebrations and continue doing so. And today I wanted to make a case for why pursuing passion or things that we do so passionately is um, pays off so much more than we can ever imagine. Because I keep hearing a lot of this questions from my humanitarians about whether it will pay off even if I do this. How do I know if this pay offs, right? So these type of questions that keep coming up, especially when we have already built certain career, we have built certain ways of living, and then if we want to pursue something else, if we want to transition, then this question keeps coming up, and therefore I wanted to make a case for why pursuing what we love passionately, no matter whether we know it pays off or not, pays off in the end so much more than we can ever imagine. And I wanted to talk specifically about unexpected outcomes of pursuing that passion, right? And I wanted to use my own story as an example. And I would love for you to use your own story as an example as well of how you pursuing what you really loved passionately paid off in ways that you probably in the beginning had no idea that this is how it would be, and you did it anyway because you really were passionate about what you wanted to do, the cause you wanted to fight for, or the topic that you wanted to be. You were so interested, right? So therefore, I really want us to reflect now that the year is coming to an end. Reflect in the way of how whatever we wanted to pursue so much that we did pursue anyway, no matter what the obstacles were, and what are the outcomes of those pursuits, and what even side effects or unexpected outcomes that we never thought were possible. So, when I look back at everything that I have pursued in my life, I have always pursued because I really, really love doing that. I really wanted to do that, and I was so passionate about it. And I never thought the outcomes would be so immense that my life would totally change from where I was at the time, right? So, back in the day when I was studying in the university in Jalalabad in Kyrgyzstan, in a small city, I was pursuing studying German in the environment where we didn't even have German teachers in the university. It was the first year, right? So therefore, me pursuing that German so passionately, even though I had no clue why I was even doing that, but I just wanted to be good at something. I really wanted to be like skillful at something, right? So I was pursuing German, and that's how I met my first ever boyfriend at the time. I never thought that I would date someone from Switzerland back in the day. I never even thought that I could date anyone. I was like so um, into my own issues and all of these things. But anyway, and then through that um, journey of learning German from him. He was teaching me German at the time. Through that, I started becoming tour guide for his parents and his friends coming from Switzerland, touring the whole of Kyrgyzstan. I've never seen anything outside of the city back in the day because I had no money, I had no resources. I never even dreamt that I could go on a tour and be translating and interpreting and at the same time being paid for it. Right. So those are the type of like side effects that I never even thought that it was possible at the time when I was studying or learning German. Right. And I started learning English with Peace Corps volunteers, and I got to meet so many Peace Corps from so many different parts of America that I never thought was possible. Later, I stayed friends with so many of them, and met with them in different parts of the world that I never thought was possible. I also went to the scholarship to study in Germany, that many of you know. That at the time when I was studying German, I never thought that existed. And then once I learned about it and I applied for it, and because I had no money, as I said, I uh, got to talk to the directors or the rectors of the university to get funding. I never thought that I can do that, to talk to those people who like they never knew existence of me. I never knew existence of them, right? So and then getting their support, financial support to go to give the exams. And then one of the other side effects that I never thought was possible, that I would go to the White House, to the reception of the president, because I received the scholarship. Now, I was already on the seventh heaven, I think it's called, right? When I received the scholarship, but I didn't know that as a result of that scholarship, I would be invited with other students to the president's reception in the Sheikh president's hands. Now, obviously, it was never in my dreams or in my goals or anything. It's just like one of those side effects that you just get so surprised that things happen in ways that you never even thought, like this is one of the things that you could do in life, right? And one of those experiences that taught me is that if I can do this, right, if I can get to this level of being good at something and getting the recognition and getting the scholarship and studying for free in Germany, and not only for studying for free, but getting actually paid for it, and not only for myself, but being able to support my family back home with my scholarship. This was just like out of my reach of thinking. I never even thought this would be something that people could do. And then here I am doing it, right? And then once I went to Germany to study, um, I had so much access to so many different opportunities. And one of the opportunities was that I got to talk to one of the MPs of the Parliament of Germany at the time, in one of the seminars, and then he invited me to be an intern in the parliament. And then I went to do an internship in the German parliament and going to cafeteria with lots of different ministers, with Steinmeier and other ministers. And I was like Ursula von der Leyen, who is now the in the EU, right? So meeting those people in person, of course, I wasn't, shaking hands with them or anything, but I was just like in the same area as them, having lunch, dinners, and just going through the parliament building. And then these are like the side effects of me never thinking that my pursuit of my passion of learning the language and then learning about refugees, that was my other passion. Learning about refugees and wanting to learn more about them would bring me to different levels of experiences that I never thought even at the time was possible. And then this leading me also to UN headquarters in Geneva, and meeting so many amazing humanitarians there, and even like deepening my passion of how I want to serve refugees and how I want to work with them. And then that leading me to working with the organization in for 10 years in different countries, and also meeting so many amazing people around the world through that experience, right? And being friends with them, marrying one of them, and traveling 52 countries. And then also this experience helping me realize that actually, if I can do that type of work, if I can survive and even be successful at doing what I love there, then I want to pursue my life coaching journey and making it as successful as I want to, and then going and pursuing that. And as I pursued my life coaching journey, originally it was actually helping myself, right? It was helping myself get through my burnout, depression, and really figuring out what is it that the life I'm living, instead of just keep surviving all the time. I actually want to intentionally live and enjoy my life at the same time going through challenges in the way that I don't die every time going through them. And then this led me to pursuing life coaching, even though I had no clue if it would work out, whether and how it will work out. And then I had lots of drama about, oh, it will not work out. And then I would need to come back and then I will be ashamed. And then everyone's watching me and everyone's like making fun of me, how Estelle just dropped her career that was going well. And then she went off and do something else and then it didn't work and then she came back, right? So these type of things that I would be so afraid of. But at the same time, my passion was thankfully so great. And also, I grew it so powerfully that I thought, okay, whenever I pursue my passion, I'm always successful. That's my deepest core belief that whenever we pursue what feels so important to us, what feels so good to pursue, even if the external circumstances may not be that good, but still, no matter what the external circumstances are, us pursuing what really truly matters to us has that effect of side effects that we can't even imagine was possible. Now, the side effects of pursuing a life coaching journey is that not only that I get to coach people from over 20 countries, which I never thought even was possible. I thought, okay, I will just coach one or two people from here and there, and that would be it. And then realizing that, oh my God, I'm coaching people from almost all continents except few, and I'm hoping to get there as well. The other side effects that when I see my clients achieving the goals that I never thought was possible, and then them achieving them makes me even more delighted that I can do this like for life. I can do this just anytime I want to. I'm getting paid for it and getting paid for it well for this, right? And I never thought that at the time that I would be one of the examples of humanitarians who also pursue something else outside of the humanitarian world and be successful at it. I never thought I would be one of them, and here I am. The other side effects that I never thought was possible, that I would be getting offers to work with people that in the past in my humanitarian career were like people who were out of my reach, right, in the hierarchy, like people going for director positions who are in director positions, that I would be coaching them and hearing how their way of thinking is, how their way of solving problems. I never thought that I would do that. So here I am doing that. And the other side effect that I find fascinating that I never thought was possible, that I would get uh, offers to work for companies as a coach that I don't even think about them or I don't even come across them. Companies like Cartier, the jewelry company, that I would be referred and offered to work for them was something like I never thought was possible, or I never even like, not even like possible. It never even occurred in my head, right? So you can see that if we are really like pursuing our passion and they lead us to being great at what we do, because we're so passionate, we make that skill so much greater, so much more powerful. And through that experience, we get so much more powerful because we know deep down how great we are at doing that thing, or we want to get even more greater at doing that thing. And and through that passion, we also want to be useful and in service of other people. And the more we see the impact that we create with our own experience, with our own examples, to other people, the more people see us doing this and being so passionate, committed about it, determined about it, and they see and they see us being so much in integrity with ourselves. When others see that, they will be also affected by it so positively, and they say, "Okay, I'm gonna do this, right? If they can do this, why wouldn't I be able to do that?" And then they started doing that, and this will be the ripple effect of that is so huge. And then the side effects when we see and we get so surprised about it, but that's not even the reason why we pursued this passion in the first place, right? We pursued it because we really truly wanted to do this. We really truly wanted to contribute in the world in our own unique way. And then we see what are the unexpected outcomes that are now are part of our reality. And that's why when my humanitarians come to me and they want to say things like, "Well, I fear if it will work. I fear if it will pay off or not." Excuse me. I really want to encourage you to consider that whenever we are in this calculating mode of whether I should do this and then I shouldn't, what if it doesn't work? And these are very mature way of um, considering different options, but at the same time, like part of that mature way of considering is considering how much we want to actually dedicate to our passion. How much do we want to actually pursue what really matters to us, even if the the fears are like, even if we see the fears, but we can work with those fears, we can do something with those fears, we can actually understand and create safeguards around those fears, but at the same time we can pursue what really truly matters to us. We can pursue simply because it really lights us up, it really feeds our soul, it really makes us want to do things with heart and soul, right? And whenever we do things, we actually make it always successful, whatever our definition of success is. And not only we make things successful, we actually create side effects or outcomes that we never even thought was possible, right? So that's why using these magical times of the year, I really want to encourage you to be the person who pursues things passionately, wants to contribute in the world in passionate ways, want to contribute to that cause in passionate ways, and keep going and doing things, even if when things get hard, even if when things get so frustrating and disappointing, because we know how to process those emotions, we know how to deal with our fears. At the same time, we don't let our passion and our love for what we do not be affected by fear so much, right? Because we are that powerful. That's why, my dears, happy holidays. I really hope that you will take this occasion as a way to, as an invitation from me to you to pursue what really truly matters to you, whatever that is, without ever needing to justify it to anyone, but knowing that you want to do that and you have reasons for doing that. So come coach with me, and I would love to help you restore that passion and get you to pursuing that passion, no matter what the obstacles and difficulties are. Because the more we know how we can work through that passion and get to the other side, the better we become in overcoming those obstacles. So I would love to work on that with you. Have beautiful holidays. I will be speaking to you very soon. And be magical outcomes of passion be with you.